Somebody's telling me probably you're live.
Tablets. So there we go. My tablet's still going. Yeah, I'm just loading the main page up here.
It's slow though, because it's telling me. I just went into it and I heard my bleep.
I'll have to get this cable down lead sorted, VDA lead, because you said you can't have two HDMI leads, can you, from the same? You have to have one that converts it.
Yeah, my one takes a DVI, a HDMI, and the other ones are DisplayPort, 3 DisplayPort, I think it is.
Mm-hmm. So I will have to do that, so then I can get another monitor up and running somewhere in here. Get this tower moved. Get make a thingy platform for the tower to sit on, so it's not on the floor, so there's no dust that can get inside of it so easily. Because of having laminate floor and everything, all the shit just gets blown around.
Get back in a second.
Yep. Not many bales to go. And then go and harvest that crop next door on 44. After all of these have been moved out and stored, there is. What is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the one I'm doing. Awesome. There we go. Last bale. Hi Fabio, how are you doing, bud? Did you get your computer fixed yet? Do I want to put this down here? No, I don't want to store this up by the sheep. I know where it is then. So I was watching Farmer Klein's video, his updates for the challenge, and he's on about that, how much he missed playing.
How much do you miss playing which?
His farm sim, how he missed being able to play on the challenge with them because his computer had gone down or something.
Alright. Was that Fabio, was it?
Yeah.
Alright.
What do I want? It's not here, is it? It's already up there. So let's park this here. There it is. Yep. Do you know what the problem is with it?
Motherboard.
Oh wow, yeah. Which means a new install of Windows as well. Not good.
That's a pain.
Mm-hmm. Unless you can get the identical model as to the one that went, you'd have to reinstall Windows.
Keep losing your stream for some reason.
You do?
I don't know if it's on my end, maybe on my end.
Yeah, it seems fine on my end, apart from the fact that I think Windows has, or YouTube has decided again to give me. Yeah, it's giving me 360 today. It is feeling generous. It's not before. Eventually it'll go, oh, you can have 720.
Do you have it on also then? Also.
Yeah. But that should make no difference. Like,
Oh.
you don't have to work.
It should
on
give you the
every
best.
video,
Yeah,
like,
it should give you the
should
best quality.
Like.
Yeah. The best
And I mean-
quality that you that the streamer is throwing out, or that your computer can handle, which is clearly more than 720. But I'm only streaming at 720.
Yeah, but it's only give me 144 the other day. Like, I think my internet can handle that, no problem.
Hopefully you're not out too long, Fabio. Out of action for too long. Yeah. Hopefully you can get a new motherboard soon. But I've been there myself. I know how much of a pain in the ass that can be. But mine was the power supply that died. But because the power supply died, I ended up putting a small power supply in just to make sure everything else worked, because power supply going can take everything else with it. And once the computer fired up, it was like, okay, so once I get a power supply that can run my graphics card as well, then I'll be able to test the graphics card. But the motherboard and everything fired up, and then I had to buy a new motherboard anyway because it didn't work correctly. It was playing around, and the power supply damaged the motherboard somewhat. But it hadn't took anything else out with it, which was lucky. When I put the video card in, stop get message and try another graphics card and still the same. When the video graphics card in the motherboard, it starts to make a sound.
Is it overheating?
Go on.
I was saying, was one of them overheating?
Yeah. Have you tried those graphics cards in another computer? Just to make sure that it's nothing wrong on with them. And could it be the motherboard? It's not the motherboard, but the power supply just not giving you enough juice anymore. Because you know, over time the I was going to say we completely did not get that one. Over time, power supplies start to lose the power that they can give you. That's why I always tend to go with a big one. Okay, so it's not the graphics cards, it's definitely somewhere on that rig. And what would you be looking at to buy a new motherboard? Oh, before I actually harvest out of the field, I need to get that straw and put it in the hay barn, hay loft. Has anyone else noticed that with the fast track, the clock seems to fade in and out, flash, flicker?
No, I didn't take much notice of it.
The dashboard, when you're going at a certain speed, it seems like, I don't know, is it the shadows? Whenever it hits a shadow, the dial suddenly just fade out for that split second, or flicker for that split second. Ah, okay. And is your current motherboard DDR3 or 4? Because I know you can still get motherboards that support DDR3, but if you're going with a new CPU, you might, and you go with one of the later CPUs, I don't know if you can get a motherboard then that can run DDR3 over them old DDR4 from that point on.
If you're buying one, you may as well go for DDR4. And, well, I suppose if you have DDR3, then yeah, it's maybe not a good idea.
Yeah, because it gets extremely costly then as well.
Yeah, and DDR4 isn't cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I paid, I think it was at 80 odd quid for 90 quid, I think, for 90 euros for 8 gigs.
Yeah, I think memory and GPU is where you'll spend a lot of money.
Yeah, nowadays, because Bitcoin stuff,
Mm-hmm.
they're buying up all the video cards and memory they can.
Ah, okay. That's why they're so expensive. Makes sense.
Yep, CPUs also.
Oh no, CPUs will be on the climb. I don't, because my RAM is DDR2. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well. Yeah, because they're on DDR. Your
Four.
graphics card, was there a good graphics card? So it's on DDR5. Or when did they go to DDR5? The graphics card.
They've been on DDR5 for a while now. I think they're getting ready to go to DDR6, in fact, or GDDR, as they.
I got a 1060 super clock EVGA, and when I bought it, it was $208, and I think they're coming down a little bit now, but when I checked about a year ago, they were selling for $350.
Wow.
Because of all the Bitcoin stuff. People having to build these big, massive computers to crunch Bitcoins.
I got mine about 2 years ago, and it was, I got a 1070. The 1080s were the top of the line at that time. I paid, I think I paid about 400 euros ish.
I love this 1060.
You should still be able to get a motherboard that does DDR2. It'd just be difficult. I'd say probably most likely it'd be DDR3 and 2 and 3 that you'd be able to get, but then you're limited on CPUs.
As if you're going to be spending out, you may as well just bite the bullet, and
Yeah,
if you can, and get it completely new.
because if it's AMD, then I know the Bulldozer that they do or they used to do a motherboard that would support DDR2 and 3 memory, but whether they still make those boards or not now is, which I doubt they do, because now most people will be going with DDR4 nowadays if they're going to be building their computers or rebuilding them. And if I build my son another computer, I'll give him my 32 gigs of RAM and my motherboard, and I'd buy a new motherboard and go DDR4. So basically, I'd just give him my computer and just take out the graphics card, or I'd just buy myself a new graphics card and just buy myself a whole new rig and just give him the one I've got now. But
if I build a new one, which I won't be, but I just build a completely new one and give this one to the kids.
Yeah. Which is
like the other one is Windows 7, and it won't support. I doubt it'll run Windows 8 or Windows 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't put a graphics card in it, so.
Because I doubt, and they've got to learn to look after the one that they've got first, though, before I consider building any other computers. And then I need to do a lot of saving, long-term saving.
Yeah.
Because I'd go with 1070 or 1080, and
Go for 20, whatever.
no, don't need it. 1070s, well, 1060 is fine, but I'd go probably with the 1070 personally. Don't need anything much bigger.
If I had the money, which I don't, I would I'd just go for a 990. I'd fucking go top of the range.
Mm-hmm.
But
Your processor is AMD. Athlon, or Phenom, one of them. if you say it's old, that's because I think the very first AMD 6-core CPU was a Phenom, and they stopped making them. Not well, actually, it was they stopped making them just around about the time that the bulldozers was coming out, and the Athlon was their next CPU after that, but they only done that up to a quad core. But the Phenom still outshined the Athlon quad core. It was just hard to get and cost a lot more because of that. It was basically like gold dust. Yeah, an Athlon. They're good CPUs though. I mean, I had many. Where am I going? Well, it'll do. It'll be fine. Just back it up and your computer did well to, or the CPU did well to be able to play, you know, up to today's standards, proving that you don't need a powerful computer to play Farm Sim. You know. I hate trying to see where these bales are at. Ah, that's why. Let's go and say that looks a bit further back than it should be. But yeah, the Athlons were definitely good CPUs back in the day. My first computer was an Athlon, and Athlon quad core with SD RAM. That wasn't fun. 1.5 gigabytes, that's the maximum my CPU, my computer could hold. And that was one of the top end boards of its day. And then DDR1 came out. But I was playing, I was in FSX flying around with a lot back then. You know, come to think of it, you might be better off buying a bundle, motherboard bundle. Probably be cheaper, because you'll get them at a slightly discounted price compared to if you bought it all separate. That way you could get whatever amount of memory you wanted with the motherboard. That's how I built this one, was basically it was a motherboard bundle, and then eventually I ended up buying a new motherboard, but everything I had originally worked fine with as it was. I think it cost like 180.
Oh, Moondog.
Hey, Moondog. About 180 pound, and it was 8 gigs of DDR3. 6-core FX bulldozer, but it was the basic bulldozer, not the black edition, which I later went out and bought and gave my kids. No, I gave the X, my other one. So all the bales. That's all the bales. Or is that one all the way up there? Is that just a shadow? Oh, that's a shadow. Good. Mm. Okay. If you switched, yeah.
Say that again, Moondog.
He's still gathering all them bales.
Yep, that's all. The last of the bales.
Time to start mowing again.
No, it's time to harvest field 44. But before then, it's actually time to get the forage wagon and pick up the straw from field 6.
Not bale it, no.
No, because you have to then break it down and use, just 250,000 litres stored in the hayloft, and then sell any additional.
Alright, yeah, you have it in the hayloft, don't you?
Yeah. That way I don't have to mess around with the cows and. But so your onboard graphics works. It's just without a graphics card, it doesn't work.
Onboard graphics, brilliant.
So I've got loads of square straw bales up here.
Back to you in a minute.
I think we may have hit a pole rather. You'll see on stream soon, Moondog, how many bales are up here.
No, I see.
Oh. Ah, yeah. Stream's there already. Ah, where am I? Oh, because this thing's got rear steering. I hate rear steering.
Helpful, but at times, yeah,
Yeah.
almost too overprotective.
No, wrong button. That one. Forward. While you're closing. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Say 5 full stacks there. 5.5 full stacks. So that's what, 9.5 full stacks of silage bales.
Nice.
9.5 stacks. Yeah, and I've already topped the cows up. The cows are full on silage. They took they're up to what was it? 413,000 litres of silage. What? Right, get the combine. No, there it is. Hang on, where's the header? Oh yeah, because that's the horn. That is not what I wanted. Armour. It's actually on PCSG right now. I uploaded it not long ago. It's ready for download. And
Right.
yeah, this is the very version that I'm on right now. And and it's uploaded to FSUK. It's just down to when they find the time to test it and approve it. Need the header. You know, come to think of it, I should take the head up by tractor because I won't be able to get in the field with the header on, so I'll take the combine up and then come and get the header. So we just took a, so that's what the farm looks like. No, we've just done a circle. Said I was actually going to collect the forage, didn't I? Collect not the forage, the straw. And I jumped in the harvester. Help? Would you like to help? I take that to yes.
Pass.
Okay, give me a sec. So we will save there and then.
I just have to go find a thing real quick. That's all.
Well, while you're doing that, I will quit and go into multiplayer and deactivate all.
What are those links where that's at? Download?
PCSJ.
I have. Yeah. We're in the middle of something. I'll be there shortly. Sorry.
Deselect all and we want.
You are.
That one. That's the only one that we need. And the map, obviously, which is already done. Okay, Fabio, no problem. Thanks for dropping in, bud. And hopefully you get your computer up and running again at some point soon. In the foreseeable future, for definite. That. And we do need a password now because this one's been released. Ah, shit, I need to go and show the password. No, we don't need a password then because I can't fucking block it. Never mind. Thanks, Giants.
I'm back again. You broke it.
No, Moondog decided that he wanted to jump in soon. Oh yeah, I've got to actually rejoin the farm now, haven't I? Join this farm, yes. But he's currently got something going on in Atlas that he's got to deal with. So
he's still being St. Patrick.
So he'll be on when he's on, I guess, is the answer to that one. But yeah, so anyone from the Monkey Show who wishes to join, they can do if they have this version of the map.
I'm stuck in the middle of mud at the moment.
That's fine. It's cool. Right, let's get this up to the field.
You need to join you guys soon, though. I haven't been able to do that yet.
I actually need to go onto Maypole one of the days, go off Riverview and actually go onto Maypole. That map's just sitting there going, yeah, you're paying for a server that you're not even playing on. Yep, I know.
Well, that's still on the server, isn't it?
Yeah. Need to get on there and make money so that when we do decide to move map, we've actually got money to take with us. Where, no, we don't want to go back into that field. That's where we got the bales from. I don't think it needs harvesting, and if it did, not with this kind of harvester. Let's park this there. We will not be using a telehandler, that's for sure. You'll do. I've got this field to harvest as well, 11. And then a lot of ploughing.
Always work to do.
Always. Never stops, never ends. And I don't know, 19 definitely makes you feel like there's a lot more work to do than 17 did.
Yeah, for some reason, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know if that was just because I was playing this with seasons, and seasons limited what you had to do.
That
Or-
could be that you feel you're doing more because you're not spending a week to do one field or to harvest the field.
Yeah.
Or downtime, the seasons.
Mhm.
Still busy, but, you know what I mean? Slower time.
Yeah.
I'll be back later.
Okay.
All
then.
right then. Oh, choice of 2 jeeps to come down and refuel the truck, and I brought the wrong one.
Ooh, that's tight enough. I guess the answer to that is it'll be easier to back it in than it would be to try and go in there and turn around.
See your partner.
But I need to turn around again anyway, because
Hey, they just released decorative horses. Hold the phone. You can decorate your farm with horses.
that's it that way. Jeez, this was a really good idea. There we go. Damn.
That's why I sold it for the smaller New Holland. Not the little bitty New Holland, but the one they released on Mod Hub, official mod. The newer,
What
smaller.
are you having trying to do? Get the header in?
I was trying to get the header out of the forest.
Out.
Yeah, because I had to go in there not into the actual forest. It's like just on the sideline there. But
Brute force, don't look at it, it doesn't happen.
I can't back that header trailer up to save my life.
No, they're right. Well, I suppose it's a dolly. It's patience. Whereas
Beyond
Moondog-
my comprehension and motor skills, evidently. I don't know.
Like you've done a good job there, reversing it.
thank you.
Well, that could explain why we're putting it. Gear isn't good.
Maybe I should get the combine in place first before I disconnect, because the header trailer's trying to go, yeah, see you later.
I guess you could complain to the map creator, but
Map creator on that map doesn't listen.
I know, he's an arsehole. There we go.
somebody said, "Oh, that's hard," and he goes, "What? Or put extra hedges in?" All right.
Well, to be honest, what was it? Reefy turned around and said that the last hard version of Newbie Farm he played was on 15. So it was like, yep, here's a new version.
Challenge.
And then it was like, yeah, this is the hardest version I've actually played. Challenge accepted. And it's just dawned on me, I've never actually harvested these fields myself. I've drove through them when it was all one field to have a look, but I've never actually harvested them since they've been, well, period at all. Even when it was one field, I never harvested it.
I haven't either. I've been playing Maple, but watching you play this makes me want to play this now. I'm a very impressionable youth.
So I think tomorrow it will be Maple.
I just like Maple because of the tiny, small equipment you can use. Though you can play this one like that too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Just sell some of the fields and just have the small fields to start with right around you, and
Yep, you could. Definitely.
sell all 14 of those tractors that you gave me. I love the way you lay farms out there. That's why I always start on the starter farm on your maps, just because the way you lay the farms out, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Playing Maypole from 17, that had a farmyard.
Yeah.
I like them. I like that farm.
Where you go into the farmyard as is now. When you went in, there was a shed you had to drive through,
Oh, cool.
which was your grain unload. So basically, if you couldn't go in with big, massive equipment. Well, the big boat did actually fit through it, but you couldn't go in with and then the yard wasn't very big for turning around either.
That's cool. Yeah, if I ever go back to 17 for some reason, I will definitely load up both these maps.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't go back because I'll start playing seasons and then I'll never want to play tonight.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for seasons. Though I'm enjoying it without it. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I'm doing this like it's straw. I don't need. There's no straw on this.
You don't need the straw?
No.
What are your cows going to sleep in?
I've got 100 and some thousand litres stored, and I've already filled them up.
Oh, gosh. Oh, loose straw?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus I've got a field with straw sitting there to be picked up. Oh, actually I've got one opposite me, so I've got 2 fields of straw to pick up. Wow, I'm glad I actually came up here now.
You just thought you were playing Maple this time.
Yeah. I guess we'll be back on Riverview tomorrow, guys. Look forward to that one. I'm actually looking forward to, on top of seasons, someone doing the chop straw, so all of this particle on the ground you could actually plough in to make to give it a
Or to make it useful, yeah.
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 Especially if they could make it that in say if you rotated ground crop root crops with wheat or barley or a straw crop, that it would put a binding into the field, into the soil, so that it would give it help it regenerate its nutrients a lot faster.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to wait, especially if you're playing with seasons, as many seasons to plant a root crop in there again, like potatoes.
Lost Moondog.
No,
Oh, you're back. Where did we lose? Or was it you just popped in again, was it?
I just I had to signal what we're going on with Atlas, and
Right.
I still haven't found PSG to download.
No. It's
No, I put in PSG modding, and I didn't.
PCSG.
Piece. Okay, that makes
It's
a
alright, it
difference.
took me a year to get that.
How was
Then it
your
makes
wife
sense.
from the other day, Moondog? From falling down?
She's stiff and sore and owie, but other than that, just bruising.
That's it. We didn't need them crops. We can happily run them over. It's fine. Right. So. Ooh, no. Just no. I definitely need to get that thing sorted out. I think try the whatever that tractor that we've pulled the header trailer.
Riverview version 1 is what I want.
No, version 2 is the one that you want. It should be the newest upload. Oh, we haven't got a trailer there. Oh, there it is. That's why. Did you manage to find it?
Yeah, no, I just gotta find the little button to,
Oh, you signed up to PCSG?
no.
Yeah, you have to sign up.
No download button, no download button.
You have to have an account with them in order to download from them.
I got about 30 minutes. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Alright.
So it's 30 minutes?
30 seconds for shouldn't be.
Yeah.
'Cause they don't have a thing on it, do they?
No. Not that I'm aware of. So hide the evidence. I never ran through the crops whatsoever.
That's right.
I'm a professional farmer.
That was a good game, that. Not ever played. Told.
Best farm sim game ever. Although, what was the other one that was really good? Expert farming. Expert farmer farming. One of them names. Maybe even both. They did a second one, didn't they?
That was an Expert Farmer 2016, was it?
Mm-hmm. So good they didn't have to make another one. People are still playing that one today. In their sleep. So I've got to buy Zach Factorio one of the days. He wants to play. He wants to play and learn. It's like, okay, we will do that.
Well, fair enough. I mean, if he takes to it, it's
Mm-hmm.
give him the demo. Get him the demo first, maybe.
Yeah. He said he tried to download the demo and it wouldn't work. And it's like, yep, because you probably didn't download the demo.
Thank God for munches.
Okay, there may be a delay here in a moment.
Okay. Five. Do we need to go from 10 or 5? Moondog has joined the server.
Have I?
Apparently. It didn't stop, so let's see, is it still saying that? Yeah, it doesn't say that you've left, it just says you've joined.
Still loading.
Ah, okay. So it hasn't synced yet. I was going to say it should have started to sync. Well, all done. Turn that off. We don't need that on. There we go.
So, what do you have me doing now?
Collecting straw, or ploughing, or seeding. Or actually, no, it's
collecting straw.
it's collect straw, plough. Actually, there's another field to be harvested, and there is fertilising some fields.
People like watching harvesting. Why don't you harvest?
People like watching harvesting.
Just take a quick poll of the 4 people in here and ask, do they prefer watching the harvester go through the fields on all the videos, or do they want to watch, you know?
If we watch Roy standing on the fence watching you harvest.
Somehow that does make sense. I gotta join the farm again.
You have.
I
Because it's now a permanent multiplayer game.
right.
So.
So, vehicle has. That's. Do you have a 10? Oh, that's that vehicle running. Oh, do you have a tendency of leaving vehicles just run there?
I do. Which vehicle was still running?
The one in the field.
Which field?
The one that you just dumped into.
Oh yeah, because I was going to take that out. So.
You have a something to lift up the straw.
I do. I have a forage wagon.
And you have that where?
At the farm. Somewhere. Don't ask me where.
Okay. Where you put in the grain.
The grain's going into the silo. The trailer was trying to run away. Honk.
You said silo.
I did.
Holy, now.
Well,
Nothing. Something plays up with my profiler. It's like jump in, same game, and the profiler is one way this time and one way the next time.
You're still having that issue with it, yeah?
Yeah, and it's the profiler itself. It's not the steering wheel or anything now. It's just like the how quickly it turns, the radius, the settings, and all that.
hmm.
Do you need to reinstall your driver or something?
It's a G27. I don't think they update those too much
No,
anymore.
but reinstall it as opposed to update it.
Yeah.
As in it could
Possible.
be corrupted.
Well, it'll do it even when I begin with it right off of that too sometimes. So
Or has Windows
It just-
decided it knows better than you again?
You got room to get through
Maybe.
there? No, not quite. Yes.
we cut a couple
Just.
trees down.
There's plenty of room.
There's room for you to get by there now.
There
No,
is.
'cause I'm in the middle of the frickin' road, ain't I?
I'm not trying to get through there.
Silo, silo, silo. Big round looking thing.
Big round looking thing. Ooh. That's a bit tight, but doable.
Oh, yeah. That little New Holland turned right in there.
Might lose the corner here on this field, but it'll be
you-
fine.
oh, you fancy big farmers with your big equipment.
There we go. I hear a horn. Moondog dropping that grain trailer off behind. Thank you.
Time for another coffee. I'll be back in a few.
Yep.
Alright.
Where is?
I'm suspecting that the forage loader will be up by the sheep somewhere in one of them
No,
sheds.
I know where it's at. I'm trying to figure out why my setting for attaching tool did not work. Why is it not reading that button? Flight stick? Reading the flight stick at all?
Is the flight stick plugged in?
Yeah, it's got the little blue light on top.
Okay.
Go in, open up your thing, just redo one of the buttons.
It's not doing any of the buttons. That's why it was just.
Right, but go in and reset one of the buttons. Sure, I just can't remember whether it was that game or some other game I had an issue and I went in, reset one of the buttons, so like that button should be that. It came up as the same thing and then everything worked.
I get what you're saying. I trying that. It won't With that.
Won't even
dash.
recognize them.
Yeah.
So they farm some just as like you.
Bug. Let's see, we get out of this.
Hey Massey, welcome bud. I'm doing good, thanks. Yourself? You're back on Riverview tomorrow. Well, Riverview V2 just got released on PCSG, but that requires a whole new game. You might not want to update to that one.
Okay, so the access works on it. It just doesn't.
Okay.
It just
The
doesn't
access
recognize the
the
buttons, does it?
buttons aren't recognizing it, so I don't get that.
Yeah, so Riverview V2 got released earlier today. So I'd aimed for the end of this month, and well, 2 days to spare.
Let's hope to have a V5 out by the end of the month, yeah.
That's well, you know, by the end of next month there could be a V3 if Seasons comes out. You never know. I'm expecting Seasons to be more summer at the earliest.
Maybe
Probably
start planning 21 version though.
I could.
So field 7, 8 here, and what other field needs the straw?
45 was it? Up at the
45 back up there. Yeah.
45 and 7. And if you just top the cows up and then whatever's left, just put into the hay barn, hay loft, even. I've lowered the newbie farm sign slightly, just slightly. And I'd made it so it's not as thick. So
Did
it's
you lower it low enough so you can't bring anything big up? Like that cow shed in the old newbie farm.
no.
That's not point to it, so.
No, I didn't do that. I think you might like this version of Newbie Farm now, Massey. Starting equipment, starting farm. You know, there's a lot more for you available to do. In fact, everything that you will see if in this stream is what you'll get in the starting equipment, and the farm layout is so.
Roy will notice that.
No, he definitely won't notice that. That's why he's going to ask you why. What won't he notice?
Well, if you won't notice, then it won't matter.
He can't cut a tree because we got no chainsaws.
There is one plant of cotton missing.
Oh, that's got to be ploughed under anyway. Because I'm
You're
not.
harvesting that, aren't you?
No, I'm not leasing the equipment in to harvest it. I don't want to make you take a loss. So.
I
plough
turned
it.
the corner and just missed, and then was backing up, and I just one wheel caught corner,
Mhm.
knocked one plant on it.
Yeah, it's okay. Now, originally I was going to harvest it, and then it was like, no, just plough it under, and just put a soybean or something down.
Potatoes.
Sugarcane.
All bad choices.
I'll even come on and help you harvest sugarcane.
Field 11 will be sugarcane then. It's a nice long field. Thin, long field. Thinning compared to the other fields. I don't even know what sugarcane sells for on this map. But,
If it's anything like the conception of this
defaults.
map, it sells for like $3
Yeah.
a
Let's see.
field.
A field. Sells for 81 euros at the freight yard, or 51 at the port. That's quite low. But then you get a shit ton of it as well.
You get a lot of it, yeah.
So in comparison to potatoes, what's that? Well, that's more than sugar beets. Not as much as potatoes though. We gotta come back down. I've seen that you've been doing Sutton Farm, Massey. What do you think of that map? Never mind, he's probably gone.
I was headed up that he was doing no beat today.
Was he doing it
So
today?
probably River. No, I said he had up in his thing today. I did
Okay.
pop in for a few minutes.
Getting serious here. I had to break out the wool socks.
Ooh. That bad, eh?
Yep. Ain't no game now.
Yeah, it's getting cold here too. Mind you, not as cold as what you have.
Yeah, only the last couple days, so.
There is a straw barn around here somewhere.
By the sheep.
By the sheep.
If in doubt, follow the sheep.
That's what I'm
Doubt,
realizing.
I'll tip.
What was that, David?
If in doubt, I'll tip.
Right in the middle of the
Well,
the
it
farmyard.
has to be your land. If you own it, yeah, off you go. You can only tip on your land.
Can you?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can't tip. Unless you've got non-tip area, like then. But yeah, it's only tip on your. You can't all tip on what you don't own.
Hmm. So no more dumping potatoes on the next field or something like that if you don't own it.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. Shame, but makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice though if there was zones you could tip, like, you know, if you have sell points and that you could then sell it. Just like, it means you can't use a conveyor belt to sell points and stuff. No?
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I suppose you can't use the BGA without owning it either, so there goes that, you know.
Yep. Oh, this was soybean anyway. How about that? Good luck with that. Field 17, potatoes. It's over the hedge. Oh. Get in here and move this out of the way first. In fact, instead of coming up here, I should have checked, shouldn't I? Do we have any soybean in storage? We do not. So, for 9,644 litres, I think we'll have some in storage now, though.
Yeah.
Pointless taking that down, so. The hell? Oh, there's a concrete pillar that sticks out there, or base.
Something to collide with.
Yeah. Imagine
Don't
that.
hit it. Don't hit it.
Bit too late there. I ran it over. I mean, Right. Damn. Actually, it's ploughing time. Subsoiler is somewhere.
Attached to the tractor that I've tabbed through.
It's attached to a tractor already?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, let's park this in here then.
It's not attached, it's right in front of, right behind. where it
Ah,
should
the
be
John
attached.
Deere. Yeah, it's right behind the John Deere. Because Armour was using it last. And Armour doesn't like to use thingy then. Drive control.
Ah,
That was... Hang on. Yeah, that happened. Ooh, and that happened. Sorry about that.
beacons, signals, pay
None.
attention.
Yeah, you right back at you.
Big yellow vehicle coming down.
Didn't see it.
Why? Because there was a hedge in the way?
My frustration at the fact that I drove all the way down there.
We're down there without that.
Yeah.
That's a subsoiler.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well,
The thing that I thought I'd hooked up to
See,
before.
Moondog, it's like your hard hat at work. I mean, if you're wearing your hard hat, that concrete block falling from 20 floors above you will bounce off your head.
No, it won't. It still hurts.
Hang on.
Oh yeah, but you'll be health and safety. You'll be grand.
No.
So
Had
if
similar
you'd
thing.
had your
It still hurts.
if you had your beacons on, you would have seen that big yellow thing with the little orange flashy things on it.
If I remembered where I'd got the vehicle from in the first place, I would have. It
to
was
go
already
right along with
attached.
what you had.
It was attached to the
detached.
tractor. Yeah.
You detached it.
Mm-hmm.
To go along with your safety there, Davith, we were in the hospital emergency room last night, and a gentleman came in a wheelchair, severe pain. You could see that he was clutching his leg. It was either his knee or, his leg. And good old, wonderful, elderly American lady walked right in front of him and saw the nurse first because she was moving faster than him. So that I had to just mention that how rude that person
And
was.
the free and all that. Like
Oh yeah,
first come, first serve.
first come first serve, and I may have sniffles, and this guy's got maybe having an issue with his leg but I was here first. That aside, found out that he was a tree trimmer. Watch out for your trees, Roy.
Mm-hmm.
He was topping the tree that he was cutting down, so he's a big chunk off the top, and it kicked the wrong direction, and it fell, hit him in the head, which he was wearing a hard hat, and then it smashed right into his leg. He had climbing spikes. The spike did not release from the tree. It didn't kick out. It dug more in, so the whole weight of the limb crushed down on his leg. So the hard hat helped his head, but did not help his leg.
But you've got a spare leg. You don't have a spare head.
That part is true.
It just goes to if it's going to be an accident, it's going to be an accident.
True.
It's one of those things, life, unpredictability of anything that could happen.
You need to pay attention for, yeah.
Mm-hmm. What is it that they say? Prepare yourself for everything, for the inevitable, just in case it happens, because you never know when it will happen. And then it's
Yeah.
like, but how can you prepare for something that you don't know will happen?
Well, with
That's
what
what
he
causes
was doing,
anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. With what he was doing, yeah, he should have been a little bit more prepared for it in case something like that happens. I'm sure he has, but it's like there's a certain way that the electric companies and such that put up the poles here when they're tearing down the old ones. The
Mhm.
way that they cut those, they cut halfway on one side, halfway on the other side, and they push on it and literally break it in half
Yeah.
in the cut area. So you cut like not halfway, you cut just past halfway, so that when you push on it in the direction you want it to go, it just finishes snapping in the cut area.
Mm-hmm. Or
It's
you have
safer than cutting all the way through and having it catch bind in some way, some regard.
or you have somebody with ropes pulling on the direction they want it to fall.
Yeah, well, at 45 feet, 50 feet, it's sometimes a lot safer to cut it that way than to even have a rope on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the center of the trunk will actually, as long as wind is not blowing to snap it, it will sit there until you're ready for it. 47. I do not see any grass on 47 or straw.
47? No, not 47, 45. 45. Uh-oh, that's not good. Coffee's almost gone.
That's why I just got a fresh cup.
So no, that's the answer to that one. You can't hire AI to plough the field. Still weird.
With that one, is it?
Yeah, with the subsoiler. Now, in Maypole it will. Because I've
But
used
is it
it.
already? Is the no? Because you just harvested it, isn't it?
Yep, this had sunflowers on it.
Oh, because it's I tell you, because it's cultivator. You is that what? Because that's not plough. No, that shouldn't make any difference. It should
No.
still.
No, it should still do it.
A lot of people having trouble with AI on all kinds of maps with all kinds of equipment. Sounds like.
Did you try and put him to work before he had a chance to go down to the bakery and get a coffee and a donut?
See, there it is. Maybe he was waiting for you to go and get them.
That's fine. I'll go. It's on company invoice. So.
Wouldn't have it any other way. You did read the fine print though, right?
No, I didn't sign it.
You didn't sign. You didn't have to sign it.
The fine print said you just have to read it,
Hmm.
and if you don't say anything, then it counts as being signed.
See, he's read it. He knows.
Did you not know how to get around these things?
I tend to keep my mouth shut and play dumb. That works occasionally.
Oh, not good. Better.
There. Sure. You know, I could actually blame that portion on Roy. Okay.
But what?
Me and the fence,
Fence?
and the light bit of stutter with the internet connection caused one wheel to be on the wrong side of the fence.
Didn't prepare yourself for that, did you?
I did. Just got stuck there anyways. Oh, you silly thing. Roy, you don't hear me say this very often. I'd prefer a collidable hedge there instead of the fence.
Where are you on about?
Well, then the tractor won't climb over
No, but where?
the fence. Well, if I'm between 44 and the hay barn, somewhere along that track. Down near the tractor sales.
Oh, okay.
Shop
Round.
there.
Yeah,
It looks very nice, and I actually wouldn't change it, and I probably would not have hit it if we didn't have the little bit of connection issue there.
mm-hmm.
It's all right. See the tractor going by with a load of straw,
Yep. I see.
so nothing could be wrong.
Nope. You
Well,
dealt
it
with
was
it as a
easy fix.
professional.
It was an easy fix.
Yep.
Don't mind the dent in the Stera.
Fence is still there. That's all that matters.
Yeah, fence is still there. Fence ain't going nowhere.
Oh, flickering. I think I'm almost ready for bed. Jeez.
That's early yet.
I know.
Oh, you need to probably jump into production line for some reason.
Or into GE. Or Factorio.
I've been in
Or it
GE.
would be the other one.
I've been in GE today. That's why version 2's out now.
Did they talk you into production line too, Moondog?
I've had it on my wish list before either of them got it.
Oh. Yeah, I've had it on mine too. I just never got it.
It's actually in the cart right now waiting for payment, and
Actually gone up on the 12th of February.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just waiting to
going up?
see if it's going on.
Yeah, it's gone up to $25, I think.
Oh,
Are they adding stuff to it?
No, it's going to be beta. It's basically
Okay.
release. So no new features between now and when it is fully released.
Moddable or download for different or vehicles?
It is moddable, yes. But no, you get the standard vehicles that are in it. But I mean, there's a good few vehicles in it.
you think it can be modded for production of other things besides cars? Probably not.
Probably not. No, I don't think so. It's just kind of there's about I think it's 12 mods on workshop. Well, like you can make different types of cars. When you start off with compacts to SUVs to sports cars,
These trucks, yeah.
but they're like fucking car is a car, you know. It's
Yeah, that's kind of the only thing that kept me
it's
from
all
buying.
it's the multitude of features you can put on your car.
I know it's not about what you're producing necessarily, but
And then there's like is it 4 categories in each body type, and then you can the amount of stuff you can actually put on or in the car then is so you can have quite a few different models.
Yeah, I'll have to play that one of the days.
And at the end of the day, that's really what you're making. It's about getting it efficient production line.
yeah.
It's about making the money to be able to do an efficient
Well, it's about
or
making
efficiency.
money, yeah.
Yeah.
I had $1 million the other day and it didn't get me fucking. It didn't last long enough. I ran out of money before I could sell my cars.
Just kind of trying to stick with learning transport fever and not buying anything else.
Yeah.
Well, you won't learn everything from Transport Fever. You might as well just pick up production line now.
If I was more interested in automobile production, I might just. It's kind of like, yeah, it looks really cool, and I know it's not about what you produce, but
Yeah, no, it's
it feels like widgets or something maybe that you could kind of just like think, well, it could be anything, you know.
yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Soviet Republic one now.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on that. If you, I don't know about being stuck in playing in that, like, I assume you'd have to play like either like a communist or socialist type of.
Well, I suppose you're socially, you kind of don't really have money in your own world, and then you deal with dollars on one side. It's like Transport Fever, I suppose, where you have your map. I think it's a 20 by 20 map. And one
Yeah.
side of you is the communists, and one side of you is the free is the West. And you deal with one with one currency and the other one with dollars. And
What's the size
you
of a
can only buy
Transport
certain
Fever map?
equipment. I don't know. Well, you can have different sizes.
Oh, there's the big ones.
It's 1, 2, or 3, but as to what actual size that's like, if you have a 3 by 3, that's a big map.
Uh-huh.
There's 7 and 8K maps, but I'm not sure how that translates to the actual size of the map.
But yeah, with that Soviet and Republic, like some things you can only deal with the West, some things you can only deal with the East or with the Russia, or you know,
Yeah, it looks
it's
interesting.
complicated. And then you can either buy everything and build everything by cash, or you can produce everything to build everything.
I'm interested in seeing in that Railroad Corporation game what they do with that. Or whenever it comes out, who knows? It says early 2019.
Yeah, I have a lot of games on my wish list that are
Oh yeah,
2019 coming soon.
right. Stick everything there so I can keep track of it.
Yep. Best way to do
Which
it.
which one took forever? It was due out
House
third
Flipper.
quarter of like 17. Oh, yeah.
Which one?
House
House
Flipper.
Flip. Due
Oh,
out
that's right.
middle of 17, due out last quarter of 17, due out first quarter of 18, due out soon.
That's like Space Engineers. early access since, what, 2014?
Yeah, but they're making their money from you, so you
Well,
know.
they're not really, because they haven't got any more money out of us than the original day we brought it. Like,
No, I mean other people who are, you know, they keep throwing out updates, and it's that game might be good now. I'll buy it now. You know.
yeah,
Unfortunately, a lot of people fall for the trap, and it's like, yep, it's still as shit it was last year. In fact, it's worse than it was last year. At least last year you had a lot more to do. Now you've got half the blocks.
well, now they're, yeah, well, they have that survival thing now.
Yeah.
Is there straw in any other field, Roy?
No, that's all of them.
Sure, if it's worth going up there for 100 liters.
No, probably not.
Although it's your fuel and your tractor, so maybe it will be.
You know, you only say next to the bakeries up there.
Double bonus.
And he's acting like he never knew. No, actually, sorry, Jacob, we're almost done.
It's supper time here soon.
Yeah, almost bedtime. Maybe next time, though.
I think, or mind you, I went to bed early last night.
And if I do an open multiplayer, it would be like two mods, the map and something else. Drive control would be all you'd need. But we'll see. Drive control allows me to switch between directions, forward and backwards, without having the brake pedal do. Well, enhanced.
Vehicle control, isn't it? To do
Yeah, it's called enhanced vehicle control, but allows me to switch between directions, and the brake pedal's the brake pedal. It won't drive in whichever direction. It's just. I can't drive without it. Let's put it that way. Well, I can, but I refuse to.
Makes your pedals work right.
Yeah. See, he's got the right idea. I'm too tired to be thinking right now. I just want to go to bed. Knackered. Whoa, what?
Yeah, I think I'm going to log off here and get up and stretch my legs. Work's over with.
Well, okay.
Alright.
Thanks for the stream. Enjoyed it. Thanks for the chat.
Yep. See you, bud.
Catch you guys
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. You only do keyboard. We all started off on keyboard.
Play with it for a while, and all of a sudden you start doing it with a keyboard as well.
Yeah.
In 17, I used drive control, and it wasn't long before I was hitting space for changing directions on a keyboard.
Mm-hmm. Right, last bit, and then this field is all done. Just leaves half the other fields to do. That's 3 fields done out of the... What, there's another 3 fields... 3, 4, 5... 4 fields to be done. So may as well put this in the other field ready. No, that one can't do front loader work. Not front loader, but front 3-point. So couldn't put the skinny wheels on that and use that for doing fields. Damn.
Not really.
Oh well.
This is the one you use for small carting, fertilizing.
Yep.
Removing tractors from stuck on hedges and fences.
Mm-hmm. There's that as well. Really? Jeez.
Cart your fuel trailer around.
I feel, yeah, it could be used for multiple of these things. Has a lot of uses.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the one they use is used the least is actually the case. I've used the JD.
Why would that one be?
Massey Ferguson.
Oh,
It's
that's just a little.
Yeah, it's only 175 horsepower.
But you didn't put the front loader attachments on it.
No. But in fact, that could actually replace the styrer and just sell the styrer and have the case as the little carting tractor. Because then
Yeah,
that could be used for the front loader, for the spraying
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
And then,
If you put the front loader on it, you could have an extra one for front loading work.
and then, these need 500 and 420. Jeez. That's expensive.
Okay, now it's just goofy. All of the axis work, but none of the buttons. Taking care of Roy other than mix rations for the cows.
Yeah, I've got to start sorting that out. 196,000 litres of straw in the hayloft now. But, well, I think that'll have to do for tonight. So,
You're yawning. It started me yawning, so now I have to go find something entertaining to do.
don't watch my stream then.
No, I'll be asleep, and that's not because your stream is boring or I don't like it. It's just I'm at that point where I'll
Yeah.
probably
You're
fall
old
asleep
and
to
you need
anything.
an afternoon nap.
No, I don't have. Just don't.
Yeah. So, anyway, I'm going to say goodbye to the stream. So,
Goodbye, stream.
Alright, goodbye.
as they said, goodbye.